Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your June 2022 tarot reading. We are going to do a traditional Celtic cross, see what energies are in you, around you, coming to you, and then finish the reading off with an oracle card from our Seasons of the Witch Beltane oracle. They do not have a summer festival, whatever the summer one would be. Solstice, maybe? Summer solstice? No. It has to have a prettier name than that, right? Samhain, Yule, Beltane. There's one. I just don't know the name of it. Anyways, they don't have one of those yet, so I will use this until fall. Alright, okay, that was too much. Okay. That's alright. The Empress and the Magician. Okay, there we go. Spirit, what messages do we have for Capricorn at this time? Yeah. Okay. 4 of Coins for your overall energies. Interesting. What's crossing you is 6 of Wands. Victory. So, you could be penny pinching more than usual. You could be holding on to money a little bit tighter than usual, afraid to spend on a tighter budget maybe than you're used to being on. It doesn't feel like something that is permanent, because you guys in general almost always present as the King, Queen of Pentacles. Very solid foundation. You guys know how to invest well, save well, spend well, all of those things, and you're very hard workers. So money is never really an issue for you. If anything, working too much and being addicted to money is really more of an issue to Capricorn than like not having it. But for some reason right now, your current energy is showing up as a little bit frugal is the word I'm going to use. I was going to say stingy, but that could be it. Maybe you find yourself just being a little bit more stingy with your funds than you usually are. Maybe you're cutting back on the eating out so you can, I don't know, save up for something. It feels like you have evaluated a situation and the numbers are lower than you want them to be, so you're having to shift your lifestyle for a little bit, but it feels very temporary. It's not something that's going to last forever, and it might just be something because you made a big purchase, a big ticket item. Am I saying that right? And so it depleted the funds a little bit, and it feels like you're wanting to hold back a little bit so you can stack that back up, which I don't think is a terrible thing. It's just what your energy is right now. What's presenting as a challenge for you, I'm not sure why I stopped shuffling, but let's see. What is presenting as a challenge for you is the 6 of Wands. This is the card of victory. You could have had a pretty big loss. Maybe you were turned down a job, didn't land something, a big client. I think the Page of Cups came out first, and the 10 of Cups. Your mind space. Okay. These look like little ghostly handprints or something. It's just water from... My cat jumped up here while I was, I don't know, at the gym or something. I don't know what I was doing, but there was just water sitting right where my laptop is, and I had a reading spread out because I had just got done doing a reading, and it was just sitting in water. So that is the aftermath of that. I probably need to sand it out and refinish it. Anyways, sidetrack much. I feel like that might be an issue you guys are having, staying on track, staying focused. There could be a situation where you're experiencing, like, not necessarily a loss, like this, wow, there is a lot going on. Not necessarily like a loss, but you might be struggling to get to a victory, is what I'm like, struggling to get to the finish line. You could be very, very close to, excuse me, something just got in my throat. you could be very, very close to a victory of some sort, but you're just having a little bit of an issue pushing through that last. It could have to do with endurance. It could have to do with a lot of things, honestly. It could be that it's a project that isn't paying maybe what you wanted it to. That's why we're showing up with the 4 of coins here. It's like I have to get this done, but while you're like rubbing 2 pennies together I don't know the sayings, but it's like you're pinching pennies to finish a project, and I know from experience that that's a terrible way to try to finish a project. You want to finish strong. You want to finish with all the materials that you need, all of the things that you need, all of the help that you need, and not have to be like, I'm down to my last $4 and this is my last canvas and I have to, you know what I mean? Like those feels like you're just coming up short. No one wants to finish a project in that manner. So that could be what is presenting. There's the Magician. Okay. External energies. Interesting. Okay. Your recent past, 7 of Cups, having a hard time pinning something down, a little bit of illusion, maybe even delusion, a lot of smoke and mirrors kind of energy. I feel like it's in the past, so you're coming out of it. You could be seeing things. I can see clearly now the rain is gone, kind of energy with that. That's the second time that's flipped over. I'm tempted to take it, but I have boundaries, and we are going to enforce them, right? It's not always about having boundaries, but it is always, there it is. But it is always about reinforcing them. Thank you, Spirit. That makes a lot of sense, too, because I was talking about fogginess and mental confusion and feeling like you've come out of that now. This came out in your hopes and fears. So maybe with that being the case, oh, I didn't even get a future position. Okay, well, I guess let's do that now. I was going to shift them all down one, but yeah, let's go ahead and do near future for Capricorn, please. What's coming in for Capricorn in their near future? Coming out of this confusion, this having a lot of options. There we go, 6 of Swords. Moving away from that, leaving all of that behind. Taking, okay, and there's our outcome. 3 of Coins. Love it. Okay, I like it. Okay. I forgot to do our singing bowl to connect to each other, but I think that's okay. I feel like we are very connected. This reading feels like it's very relevant. Okay, back to the 7 of Cups, and it being like having so many options and having so many cups to choose from. Some of them are filled with excellent opportunities and abundance of love and all of these wonderful things, and then some of them are filled with dookie and dust. I don't know, just whatever you don't want. I don't know. Whatever people don't want is what they're filled with. And it's like you're having a hard time deciphering what is the good option and what is the not so great option. And people could be selling you on things, like overly selling you, trying to pick the bullshit because they know it's the bullshit. It's like a lot of mental confusion and a lot of like manipulation even is what I'm getting. And I don't know if yes, I do know actually it is you guys that are were in that mentally foggy, groggy state. Yes, but you're moving out of it because right after that, in your near future, you have the 6 of Swords. This is leaving chaos, leaving confusion, leaving fuckery, conflict, all of these things, self-destructive tendencies as well. Maybe you guys have a nice little history of cycles, getting in a really good space, and then maybe whatever your pattern is, you're finally finally getting to the point where you're leaving the last little bit of those tendencies, those traits, those habits behind. The ones that, again, are self-destructive, that create chaos, that keep you in a confused state, that keep you in a shaky situation instead of a solid foundation that you guys really, really need. You're moving away from the chaos. You could also be going on a trip very soon. This is in your near future. This is the card of travel. Again, not only are they leaving, you can't see that at all. I really like natural light, and I can see the cards well enough, and I feel like you guys can see them well enough here on the table. So I'm sorry it's dark, but I really enjoy the natural light this time of day. So anyways, they're in a boat, and they're going across water. So this, if you want to take the very literal interpretation of this, you could be traveling internationally, going on a cruise, something like that. A boat, sailboat even? That sounds like a lot of fun to me, honestly. All right, what's in your mind space right now? You've got a Page of Cups. This could be a water sign child that is very heavily on your mind. For whatever reason, it could be someone that you work with. It could be your own child. Could have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio child that you're very focused on right now. It could be because of their activities that they're involved. If you have more than one child, it could be the one that is taking up the most brain space, I will say. Although this doesn't feel like your child, and it might not even necessarily be like child energy. It could just be someone that is younger than you, someone who is very loving, very open, very soft still to the world. Maybe they haven't closed themselves off yet. They're very much like offering and open to receiving, like all of these things that we tend to kind of close off over the years. Like the more we are betrayed, we close down. The more we're lied to, the more people treat us poorly. Like all of these things happen, but I feel like this person is still young enough and still not necessarily naive, but still eager enough to like put themselves out there, and they're just very open and very loving. Cups are always filled with love and water and emotions and all. Whoa, it just got super bright for me for a second. That was pretty cool. But this person could be taking a lot of your mental space right now, and if it's not a specific person, it could just be these traits. Maybe you're wanting to embody them a little bit more. You're wanting to embrace that side of you, that little bit more romantic, more in touch with their feelings, more expressive of their feelings to the people that they love, and just a little bit, again, open. Maybe that's what you're wanting to embody at this time, is openness, lovingness. And what is in your subconscious at this time? The 10 of Cups. This is the most, like, happiest, blissful, content. It's just everything you can ever wish for and more when it comes to emotional stability, happiness, joy, bliss, again, contentment. It's the 10 of coins, but to your emotions, like having all of that financial stability, but it's emotional stability, and it's also financial stability, because if you think about your most abundant, peaceful, blissful, magical life, it almost always includes enough money to do a certain amount of things, live in a certain house, travel a certain amount, go to, you know what I mean, live a certain kind of lifestyle that exudes happiness and bliss for you. So this does definitely include money. And if you see this land, these people own this land. It is theirs. They can do with it as they please. They have all of the children they could ever dream of if that is your wish. All of the love from a partner, again, if that is your wish. Whatever your ultimate fulfillment is, that is what your subconscious is focused on right now. Your ultimate happiness, your ultimate bliss. And that is a really beautiful thing to have propelling you forward towards whatever whatever your goal is, to have this supporting you is amazing, honestly. Advice from spirits, the 8 of Cups. You got to leave something behind. Something that once felt really good, it felt really safe, it felt really fulfilling and loving. It's like losing your taste for something, and it could be something that was once your favorite. It's just like, yeah, I really, really loved that, and it was really amazing for me at the time, but now my tastes have kind of evolved, and now I feel like I want this amount of thing instead. You know what I mean? It's just like kind of evolving out of a space, outgrowing something, and needing to leave it behind gracefully. It's just not something that is for you anymore. And you have 2 cards right here, your near future, and then also your advice from spirit are both.